What is up, guys? Income here. I'm super excited to be announcing the new map of Prisons releasing this Saturday at 3 p.m. EST. We've been working on this for a little bit. A lot of changes that I'm going to be going through. A lot of things that I think you guys are going to be very, very excited for. If you're excited, make sure to leave a like, comment your IG, and I'm going to be giving away a Divine rank and 5,000 credits to 2 lucky winners. I'm going to try to stream release. I have to head out on a flight, but I'll be picking the winners in the Discord around 4 p.m. EST so we can get started on this. But again, this is a really, really big map. There's a lot of changes that I really want to go over and I really want to share with you. And yeah, I'm super excited about this. Make sure to give the video a like, and I'll see you guys in the video. Peace out. One of the first changes I want to talk about is the actual payouts and how those are going to work. So we are actually adding IRL payouts to Oplegends. So basically, that's number one, you get $100 and 11,500 credits. You get $75 and 7,500 credits for number 2. You get $50 and 5,000 credits for number 3. And number 4, you get $25 and 2,500 credits. Number 5, you get 1,500 credits. We've also added a solo gang top reward. So again, if you're a player and you're playing on the server and you enjoy playing competitively, but you don't have a gang or you don't have any, you're able to win like 1/6 of those rewards every week by participating in the solo gang top. I don't actually know if it's actually cell top. Let me see if it's actually on here. Yep. Okay. So there's solo cell top, and then there is the gang cell top. So again, these are you're able to compete for both of those. So that's awesome. The next thing I want to get into is the slash armor. I will cut back once I get there. Alrighty, so the next thing is the armor revamp that we decided to do this map. Now, so one thing I want to explain this because I want players to really understand like what our thought process was on this. So what we did is that we kind of saw like that a lot of our features and boosts and stuff like that like really had no meaning after a while. One, because like people could just get those items that are better in the loot box, which meant like they didn't have to grind for anything else beside your actual ranks and their rebirths. So if you do slash armor now, you're greeted with a menu, and the armor is basically based off of how many blocks you mine, and this is what you get. Now, mind you, there is no armor in the loot box anymore. So that is one thing that I really want to make clear, is that there is no armor in the loot box. So if you're a player now and you want to be able to compete, you're able to compete. You don't have to spend credits to actually get the armor in the loot box. This is a massive feature that I think a lot of people are going to be excited for, and it gives it actually just makes it to where like if you're playing on the server, you can actually grind, and the amount of time you put into the server, you're going to get out of it. So this is a feature that we really felt was really kind of we wanted to make happen. We felt that it was very important, and yeah, so that's the armor feature. The next feature is the companion revamp. So one of the biggest things that a lot of players complained about last map was that they could not, like, the companions were kind of terrible when it came to actual leveling up, because what we did was we made a change that these companions level up based off of shards. So what you had to do was it was kind of pay to win, where you would have to get a whole bunch of shards to level up your companions. And to be honest, a lot of players didn't like that, because like companions kind of are like the AFK method of how you play on Oplegends. So what we decided to do was that we made companions passive EXP. Instead of needing shards to kind of unlock them and kind of build that up, now you just have to AFK them and they grow. If you still want to get shards to kind of speed the process along of kind of upgrading them, you're 100% able to do that. So this is just one of the features that we've added that is really cool. I know a lot of people are very excited about it. It was one of the most requested features that we've gotten in a very long time. So yeah, very cool. All right, one of the features we've added, so a big thing that a lot of players would always complain about to me was that like they wanted something else to do, but they couldn't. Like the problem always was that like they didn't want it to interfere with their grinding here. So basically what we decided to do was we added this thing called spearfishing, and basically how spearfishing works is, and I can show you, but I basically I can sit here and get higher luck, right? And basically continue to keep raising my luck total, and basically the more I raise my luck total, the better luck I have with RNG. So this is not gonna, there's only gonna be a certain amount of fish in here per day at the moment. So I gotta find my spear, where to go. And basically you just sit here and you can try to raise your luck a little bit. It's only gonna be for like a certain amount of time per day, but your luck is very important because the server is all RNG based now. And what I mean by that is that like if you go to pass rewards /pass, you probably should see it here. Let me see if I can find it. Well, it's actually not added yet, but basically how it's gonna work is that in the past, instead of it being a tier 3 modifier box, it's gonna be a tier 1 to tier 5 modifier box, and you'll get a chance of either getting a tier 5 or a tier 1. Now the biggest thing is that this luck multiplier is basically going to be how you get a higher chance of getting a tier 5 instead of getting a tier 1. So again, the idea is that you're basically playing to try to get a higher luck multiplier. That luck multiplier makes it to where it's very easy for you to continue to keep playing and to get better and better rewards without having to spend any money. So again, this is just a kind of like a little mini game that we thought was really cool to add for players. It doesn't really distract you from the actual mining and grinding of the server, and it just makes things a lot better for the player's experience and everything like that. So again, that's one of the biggest things we've added this map. I'm gonna get into the other stuff because I think they're really, really important and really, really cool. So, all right. So if you guys remember back in the day, we used to have G kits, right? And a big part of why we didn't like G kits was that like players would get the G kits and then they kind of be set for the map. I understand that like we're adding V kits to this map. Now, basically how V kits work is that you will buy a shard /buy, then you have a 33% chance of unlocking. So, and when each time you unlock, you basically get another tier. So I don't know why this is kind of not showing, but basically if you unlock the first time, right, you get tier 1, and then you have to keep trying, and then and if you get it again, you get tier 2, and if you keep trying, then you get tier 3, and if you keep trying, then you get tier 4. Now, mind you don't get all the rewards like behind it. I'm pretty sure. I have to double check that, but the higher tiers you get, the better rewards you get on a weekly basis. I know that the Star of the World loot box, I don't know if that changes to like the most recent loot box. I have to ask the team about that. I'm pretty sure it probably does, but again, I think the biggest thing of why we added something like this, just so players understand it, is OPL really doesn't have a lot of like permanent things on the server. Everything is seasonal, which in my opinion, and when we were having this conversation, is like kind of ruins the point of like grinding. Like you want to be able to set yourself up for, you know, later maps and stuff like that while you're playing, and it's up to the server to continue to keep adding new stuff for you to purchase, or, you know, continue to keep playing on and doing. And like that was a big conversation we had, was that like, you know, every time players log on, it's the same thing, right? They have to get the slots, they have to get this, and it's just, there's so much stuff that they have to buy to be able to compete that it just kind of ruins the fun out of it. So if we give them, you know, a cool experience for them to play and have a good time doing, and you know, they're able to get that permanently, then that's great. So that's the V kits. Hopefully you enjoy them. I know a lot of players were very excited about them. Again, I think the price is going to be 2,500 credits per shard. So yeah, get ready for that. Super excited. And let's get to the next feature. So the next feature is the cell top. So we have gang top now, right, with beacons. Obviously, if you guys remember this used to be what it was back in the day. But now you also have the solo top where you have beacons as well. So if you're only one player, if you only have one person, if you're the only person playing on the server, right, in your cell, you're going to be put on cell top, and you'll be able to compete for cell top rewards. We have a lot of cool things for winners who win cell top as well as gang top. Like for instance, when a player, it's basically going to say like next to the player's name in tab, like winner won. I know it's kind of hard to see right now, but yeah, it's very, very cool. It's going to be cool. So again, that's really, really enjoyable. It's going to be a lot of fun. And let me cut to the next feature. The next thing I want to show you is that some of the loot box changes we've made. So as you can see, we've added credits into the actual Star of the World loot box. I'm going to open up one here. We've also changed the animation. We've also made it to where like the animation as well is pretty good in regards to like how quick it is. So if you can see, here's the new animation. I just won all of these rewards. That was a really bad loot box. Oh my gosh, that was horrible. And then here is the final reward. Boom, booster pet egg. There you go. And then that was the loot box animation. And then another thing we've added is that, like, let's say if you want to like quick do it, there you go. You're able to quick do it very quickly, as you were before. And then the OP key all great. Here you go with this. Basically, you know, a big thing is that we felt like a lot of players did not log on for a key alls. We were basically just giving out like relics and radiants, and it just wasn't a good system. What we did was we added this like very, very good crate. As you can see, it's got like the best boosters. It's got the pet transfer tokens. It's got the mining artifact boxes. It's got 100 credits, custom pickaxes, pet slot number 2. Literally a lot of the pay to win items that you see on OPL are in this crate. I don't know if this is 100% completed yet, but this is a very, very, very overpowered crate, and this will allow you, you know, as a player to be able to compete with some of the best who maybe spend money or anything like that. And again, we're gonna be giving this crate out probably 1 to 3 times a week. So there'll be an event post in the Discord, and we'll go from there, and you'll be able to log on and play. You'll be able to log on and redeem the crate and if you're on. And yeah, another thing that we've done as well is that we've added weekend events. And how weekend events are going to work is that there's going to be a little guy sitting right here, and how it will start is that you'll be able to claim a weekend event kit, and that kit will be like overpowered with maybe some good items that from the previous week or anything like that. There will be maybe some pet eggs or something like that to keep players incentivized to keep playing on OP Legends. We've also made it to where there's going to be like a weekend event leaderboard, and then we'll be doing some boosters and global boosters. A big thing is that like we don't really do that with OP Legends a lot, which kind of sucks. Like we really need to get better at doing that. So the weekend events will take place at the first week of every map moving forward on OPL. Another thing that we've decided to do is that I know a lot of people are going to be super excited about this is we've added a new honor shop and new profile system to OPL. So as you can see, I don't know why it's not showing, but there's a new profile system that we've added across OPL. I don't know if it's implemented on the server on this branch, but basically there's going to be new achievements, new things for you to do, new rewards for you to get. This has been a massive thing that has been kind of like hanging over us that a lot of people have wanted. It's finally coming back, and we've revamped it to where it's actually going to have some use. We're super excited about that. And yeah, I mean, again, this map of OP Legends is kind of a comeback comeback map for us. You know, we've kind of been lackluster within our events. We've kind of been focusing on a lot of like the internal stuff. I don't know if you guys know we released Survival, but you know, this is a really big comeback map for us. We have a lot of plans to spend in terms of marketing and that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you guys are excited for this map, make sure to leave a like. I really do appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys on the server at 3 p.m. EST this Saturday, which would be tomorrow. Peace out.